Hi, welcome back to the Box Delights. We're playing Duel of Ages 2. Our two teams are ready, white and black. They're standing alone in their circular chambers, waiting, listening to the chatter of their fellow Cyclone teammates through their comm links in their helmets. The lights dim within their helmets, the room disappears, and it's replaced with a holovision of a great stage. This game reminds me, I think, of something of a cross between Avatar, where our players are they're not physically in this arena, they exist kind of as a holovision across this landscape, this arena. A cross between Avatar and, I guess, the Hunger Games it reminded me of, because we're going to be appearing through these domes and we're going to be rushing across the map to be the first people to collect resources, and not necessarily being the last man standing, but instead we're going to be fighting for achievement points, and there's lots of different ways that we can win those achievement points, and I'm going to expose those and as we explore and the game develops. Let me first tell you about the team bases. This is the white team base, and over here the black team base. This isn't where we're going to start. We're going to be appearing through these domes. So our images of our characters are going to appear through here, and it's from here that we set out and explore. And there's lots of these dome spaces that we've set up across the map. But the first thing we need to do is set a couple of things up for our team bases. Before we do that, I'm going to rotate the map around so that our team bases are at the bottom. I think that'll be a nicer way to view things. So now we've got the black team base over here and the white team base over here. So let's just swap our character cards around. Okay, so if anyone joining late on the video, they're going to wonder what happened, but there you go. We're in our team base. We have an HQ, but we also got a vault. And in our vault, we've got a couple of things stashed away for the start of the game, and we're going to keep these secret to ourselves so our opponents won't see what we've got in our vault, but we can take a quick look and see what those things are. And for the start of the game, we will draw one common and one secret item. We can have a look at them, but we're going to keep them face down so our opponents can't see them. So the white team's drawn a med pack and a secret passage. The common items, these are things that are going to help you. So, like, we've got a med pack here, it could be weapons, treasure, whatever. Secret items, they tend to be more like secrets and achievements, situations or conditions that you need to set up to win some achievement points. Remember, our objective is to win the most achievement points to win the Duel of Ages. There's also some cubes in here which kind of have little cubes. You press a button and something happens, and there's also some tests that you can pass. So that's secrets, common items and secrets. So we draw these and we place them in our vault. So we'll just place them face down near our team base. We'll do the same for the black team. And they've drawn Titan horse. He has speed 7, so he's faster than a human can run. And we have an achievement here, a Lith achievement, a thorough victory. So this is a condition we've got to set up. Right? We'll learn about these in a little while, but let's put them in our vault. And the black vault is here, and we'll cover those once we've got over the basics of how to move around the map and so on. The other thing I was going to show you quickly was how the encounter markers are used. Remember, we're not going to use them in this mission, but the encounter markers are a way of obtaining these common items when you're playing the rush mission, the first mission. And also it'll help me explain a little bit about what some of these stats mean. So here's the achievements. You just grab a handful of these. And when you're playing rush, these are going to be around on the map. We'll grab the token for the quarterback. He's on the black team. So what would normally happen is these tend to be 4 or 5 hexes away from one another. But when you enter a space with one of these encounter tokens, you flip it over, and what you'll find is a person or group of people that you have to impress to receive treasure. So this one is the Thought Police. and it has a difficulty and a rating. The difficulty is 6, and the rating, this kind of lightning bolt, is wits. This is one of our melee stats. I've got 6 wits. Now, in order to impress this encounter, you need to have a value, in this case wits, equal to or greater than the difficulty, which we do, in which case you would then draw the reward, which in this case is 1 card. So you just go off and grab 1 common item, and here we get a buckler, and that will be given to Ace Cannon, our quarterback. Here's another example here where we wandered off, and here's some lawyers. Again, it's a wits challenge. The difficulty is 5. We would complete this one easily. Here we've got a ranger camp, and this time the difficulty is 7. These rangers, they respect stealth, and with a value of 7, and our rating is only 4. So in this case we would fail. We turn it back over and then wander off and find something else. Okay, so that's how encounters work, but we're not going to use those. But at least you've got an understanding of how you would basically complete an encounter. I'm going to show you how encounters work in our game once we get there. So now let's put our quarterback back, discard these, and get ready for the first turn of the game. Our duel is going to last 12 rounds. Let's start round 1. These are the phases of a turn. We start with a free action, fire, move, opportunity fire. This is when someone gets to fire on you when you're moving. The melee phase, if you're in the same hex as somebody, you get to have a melee. The adventure phase, this is something I've just shown you when you get to resolve encounters and so on. And then the reinforce phase. The white team always gets to go first, but all of our characters have started off the board. They're not in the arena yet. They're going to emerge from one of these domes. So things like free action, fire, move, op for melee and adventure, they're just not going to happen on the first turn of the game. All that's going to happen is reinforce, and it's during the reinforce phase that characters arrive on the map. So let's start with the reinforce phase for the white team. For the reinforce phase, first we need to look at all the characters that our enemy does not have on the map, and we need to look at their respect values. Now these range for the black team from 3 all the way up to 7, and that's all we need to know. Now we look at our own team and we check their respect values. All characters that are equal to or greater than the highest respect of our enemy's off-board characters will now enter the game. So any characters, remember their highest respect was 7, so all of my 7 or higher characters, this is 6, 2, 3, 3, 2, 7, 7, 8, okay, all my respect 7 and 8 characters are now going to enter the arena. So we have Jade the Unicorn, Arden Glynn the Envoy, and Annie Oakley the Trick Shot. Let's line these up so we get a good look at their stats. And here's each of their character tokens, and this is how we're going to move our characters around the map. And the way characters enter the map is through these domes, and to find which dome we grab the top of the challenge deck. And we look at the colour of the dome. We ignore everything on the card apart from the dome. These challenge cards, they're going to be used all over the game to trigger different things. I think in previous versions and probably, or potentially in the master set, you can use dice instead. But we're going to use these challenge cards to resolve all sorts of things in this game. And for this instance, what we're looking at is this coloured dome down here. And it's a grey one, and that means we can place our unicorn, Jade, on any grey dome which doesn't already have a character on it. And there's only one dome key, and that's that one in the middle that has grey on it, so we can place our unicorn anywhere on one of these 3 domes. And I'm going to place her on this one here. Jade, the unicorn, is from the ancient age, and solving challenges in the ancient labyrinth is going to be a little bit easier for her. That's not a bad starting spot for Jade. So create a discard pile with those. Grab another one for, let's do Arden Glynn. He gets an orange dome. I'd quite like him to start over near our base, that's the closest one. White side, remember? And then finally for Annie Oakley, the trick shot girl. She has orange also. I think we'll put her, she's from the colonial age, let's put her over here. There you go, Annie. So that's our white team done. Now it's going to be a little bit easier for the black team because now they get to do their reinforced phase. And remember, it's the highest respect of all your enemies off-board characters, which is 6. So for black, it means they're potentially putting more characters in. We have Ace Cannon on 7, and actually that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all of their characters happen to have low respect, so it's only Ace Cannon, and we've already got his character token. So let's draw a challenge card. Check the colour of the dome. It's blue. Which isn't terribly great. We've only got 3, there's 4 blue domes. There's one here, one here, one here, one here. I think that we're going to appear here, even though it's next to Arden Glynn. But that's okay. Maybe I can show you a little bit of early combat. Characters will be combating each other, but they're going to want to get tooled up. When they come out into the arena, they're wearing nothing but their underwear, despite what the images on the cards show you. So our aim is to run off, Hunger Games style. I'm going to tool up with some weapons, armour, clothes, whatever. Now we move into turn 2, and because there's some characters on the board, we're going to get to see some proper action. Join me next time.